Hey, hi everyone. Welcome back. So guys, as part of the today's session, we are going to study how exactly we can read the data from an Excel file and how exactly we can write a data into an Excel file. So we are going to use a utility basically which is a library, we can say that, so which is an open Excel. So what I am doing is go to these Pycharm settings, and here I was searching for OpenPy Excel. Okay, I was searching for this OpenPy Excel. Oh, where it is? Why it is not showing up? I have already. So this is the one, OpenPy Excel, and this I was just installing it. Okay, install this. OpenPy Excel is installed successfully. Fine, done. See, you can see this OpenPy Excel perfectly all right. And on top of it, so I want to deal some content from an Excel file, as I want to read the data from an Excel file. So let me pull up an existing Excel file and let me put it in this particular folder. Okay, so book1.xls is the file that I have I'm reusing that particular file. When I open this particular file and if I see the content, it has a sheet one in which a uname and a password columns are there. Okay, uname and a password columns are there. So I have a uname and as well as a password columns. Okay. Now in this sheet one, probably in the sheet two, we have some more columns. In the sheet three, we have a couple more columns. So this is what the data that you have in that particular file. So now I'm creating a new Python file, read data. Okay. Read data from an Excel. Okay, read Excel data. I can name it as and read Excel data.py. Okay, so I just created this reading data from a Python file. And now, as we have already installed this particular OpenPy, I was just importing this particular chunk. Right now, from this OpenPy Excel, I wanna load my workbook, and my workbook name is book1.xlsx, and this is in a same folder. That's the reason I'm not giving any other path. And this one, as this is retrieving a workbook, I'm defining it inside a workbook. Okay, I'm defining it inside a workbook. So here, workbook instance, I have defined it. And after that, in this particular workbook, you have a sheet, right? So ideally, workbook, and my sheet name is a sheet one. I want to store this particular instance inside a sheet. And this sheet has multiple rows and a multiple columns inside that. So here, what I'm gonna do right now, the rows is equal to, in the sheet, how many number of rows are there, get it. And the same way, columns is equal to, from the sheet, how many number of columns are there, just get it. That's it, perfectly all right. We retrieved that particular information. And then the next point that I need to consider here is, using a for loop, I wanna iterate it on all the values. Okay, using a for loop, I wanna iterate it on all the values. So here, for, I wanna run it on a rows in a range of from the first row till the last row. The same way, I wanna work it in the columns from a range of from the first column till the last column. This loop, so here we have to iterate it on a row and as well as a column. Hence, we have the first for loop is iterating on a rows and the second for loop is iterating on the columns. So here, from the sheet, I'm picking up a particular cell where the row number is equal to rows and the column number is equal to calls. Okay, whatever the rows is there, that particular row and the column is equal to column, and I want that particular value. Okay, and I want that particular value. Additionally, what I am doing means at the end, I want to surround it with a space. The whole thing I want to print it up. Okay, the whole thing I want to print it up. And I am just adding a blank line. Now, when I run my program this time, basically, so it's having some issue with this particular sheet name. Let me check out the sheet name. I think the sheet name is with an uppercase. Okay, from the file, the sheet name is with an uppercase. Okay, so here the sheet name is with an uppercase, and let me run this. So here, recent rows is equal to print sheet dot columns and a rows. So why are we getting this issue here? From the sheet, get the cell, get the rows, and okay, why are you getting the issue here with that particular variable column? And when I run it this time, it's printing that information. There is an issue with the variable that we have used. See, basically, right from the header, all the values got printed down to the console. So this is the way how exactly you can read the information. Okay, this is the way how exactly you can read the information from a file. Okay, so I'm creating a file, write data Excel. Okay, so write Excel data. I wanna again import it. Okay, open Excel this time. Basically, into which Excel you wanna perform this operation. So I wanna perform this operation on this book one itself, and I'm naming it as a workbook. Okay, the instance is gonna be workbook. And here again, the same way, in that particular workbook, I wanna deal with the sheet 3. Okay, I wanna write the data into the sheet 3. Okay, into the sheet, I'm putting a cell where my first row and my column is gonna be the 3, and the value is gonna be QA test 1. Okay, I just wanna feed in this information into the sheet 3. Okay, after entering the information, we need to save it, right? So workbook dot save, and I wanna save this book1 dot xlsx. Okay, just save that particular file. Whatever you have opened, I just wanna save that particular file. When I run it, the execution is completed, and if I open the same file, and if I look at that particular sheet, see, basically it does enter that particular value there. Okay, perfectly all right. So here we are entering the data into a single line, right? Probably you can use two for loops like here to set the data. So here two for loops, and maybe from 1 to 6 rows and 1 to 6 columns. Okay, 1 to 6 columns. And here I want to write down that information from row to rows, and even from calls. And the value, ideally, I'm setting it as a QA test 1. And on top of it, I want to save my file. And I don't want to use this simple logic. I just want to comment it out. Okay, even I don't want this workbook. Okay, so we need these two, basically the file instance and other things. And when I run this program and you open this particular file, and when you open this file in the sheet 3, the data is being populated. Okay, this is the way how exactly you can read the data from an Excel file and you can write the data into an Excel file. Okay, see you again in the next section with the next utility. Thank you. Bye bye.